Is it Ken?
Yeah.
Is it short for anything?
Kenneth.
Just Ken? Kenneth?
K-E-N-N.
And then Taggart?
Yeah.
So you're separated, just not legally
That's
divorced?
correct.
Okay. Do you know his address?
Yeah, 2570 Frome Road.
Do you know his birthday?
July 3rd, 1969.
And his phone number?
604-924-1199.
Oh, sorry, I'm just going to grab a piece of paper and then I'll be right back. Statement taken by Constable Carter regarding file number 2009-18409. Statement taken of Lisa Taggart regarding incident that occurred on July 7th, 2009. Lisa, if you can provide me a statement just telling me what occurred yesterday on July 7th, if you can tell the truth and the whole truth. Are you able to do that?
Of course.
Okay. So if you'd like to provide a statement of what happened.
Do I write or just talk to you?
Just talk to
Okay.
me.
I went over at 8 o'clock to pick up the children. I sent them home. Ken started asking questions regarding if I was being evicted or not, or where I was going to be living, what was going on. He had a right to know. I told him that I think that the right thing to do would be to give the children back their home. Words were exchanged, fuck you, screw you, da-da-da, you're not a father, blah, 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 blah. I know I shouldn't say blah, 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 sorry. And he asked me to leave, and I didn't leave. I kept demanding that he should give the house back to the kids. And he pushed me, I pushed him, and then he punched me in the face.
Okay.
And I left immediately after that.
How is Ken related to you?
He's my ex-husband.
Your
Well,
ex-husband.
we're separated, not legally
Okay.
divorced.
Okay. And were the kids present when
No,
this
they
happened? Okay. And sorry, he punched you
In the face.
in the face?
Yes.
Okay.
Left side of my face.
Okay. And has he ever had physical abuse towards you before this?
No.
No? Okay. Has there
There's
been any?
mental and verbal abuse, but there's never been any contact. There's been pushing, but nothing. I mean, a push, not into a wall or a push down the floor, just a nudge and nasty words, but there's never been any punches.
Okay. Where did this all occur?
In front of his house at 2570 Frome Road.
Okay. Were you outside or inside?
Outside on the porch.
Okay. Do you know if anyone else saw this happen?
I don't know.
No? Okay.
Possibly. I was loud. I was very loud. I was screaming at him. So possibly someone was looking out the window, or I don't know.
Okay. And after he punched you in the face, then what happened?
I went home.
Okay. Was anything exchanged, any words exchanged after that happened?
No. Nothing.
Okay. And how is your face today?
It's sore.
Mm-hmm.
You took pictures of it.
Okay. And after this all happened, how do you feel about everything right now?
I'm scared. I'm scared of the outcome of everything. And I don't know if I should even be here. I'm not saying that what he did is okay, but there's other outlining circumstances that could happen that I'm scared of.
What are you scared of?
That I might not get my home back. that I don't have a home for my children. I think Ken is not a stable man, and I'm just hoping that he'll just go away, and it's just a matter of weeks before he's just going to go away. I know once he doesn't have the house, he'll be gone. He'll totally neglect the children. He won't come and see them. He won't have time. He'll disappear. And now with this happening, and if charges are going to be pressed and warrants in court and stuff like that, I think it's just it's fuel. It's fuel on the fire to him. It's just going to push him and push him and push him. And like I said, I don't believe what he did to me is right, and it shouldn't happen to anybody. But he's not a sane person. He's very angry. He's in his own world. He thinks everybody hates him. He hates everybody. He's angry. And this is going to set something off. I'm not saying, oh, he's going to kill me or he's going to kill the children, but I mean, if I ever thought he would physically harm the children, then, I mean, years ago I would have done something. My youngest daughter wants to see him. She doesn't understand. She thinks that that's how her father is supposed to be. She doesn't know any better. My other daughter doesn't want to see him. There's been weeks where she hasn't seen him, and then can take me to court, and they basically said, you have to, if your daughter doesn't want to see you, you can't make her. So there's issues behind, and I don't know who's going to, by me doing this and being here and by pressing charges or I'm here because I needed to say something. I'm terrified of everything after that, and I don't know if this is good enough for me just to have a statement. I don't know what's next, and I know I'm rambling on. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. How old are your daughters?
6 and 8.
Mm-hmm. And how come your oldest one didn't want to go to her dad?
Because he's mean to her. He yells at her. He asks my youngest daughter a bunch of questions about what I'm doing, just things that he's not supposed to ask, and she doesn't want to answer them, and he gets mad and he makes her talk or sends, it's nothing horrible, but I guess my oldest daughter basically is speaking up and saying, you can't talk to me like that, and that's mean, or you're making me sad, and he doesn't like to, especially coming from an 8-year-old, it's insulting to him, for him to have someone that young talk to him that way. And he freaked out on her. And my other daughter complains that, I've seen it, and I don't know, he will grab her by her arm and send her to her room and make her sit in her room for an hour, and whatever half their weekends are. This is just hearsay from Mom, but they're in counseling. The judge knows that they're in counseling. These issues are not their mother alienating them from their father. These are their, the judge has said, you can't make them see you. And I don't know, the only way that Ken can get to me now is through my kids. Mm-hmm. And the courts don't seem to, I don't know. I've sat through listening to other parents fighting up there, and Mom's saying that, well, he beat the shit out of me and he hurts my kids, and then at the end of the day, Dad or whoever, the nasty person, gets to see their kids. Mm-hmm. And
did you ever think he would hit you before?
No.
Do you think he could do it again?
I think he's so, excuse my language, I think he's so fucking scared right now of what he's done, and he's going to be on his best behavior. I mean, he knows that the co-op wants him to go. He knows that Dale has my lawyer advised me not to have Dale press or get a restraining order, considering the children live with Dale and myself, that Ken can't come and pick up the children and and that there's, my lawyer knows that Ken is an angry person. He says, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're igniting. You're going to make him really angry, and with all this going on, it's best to just, have a report. If something happens, there's a report, it's done, but not to do a restraining order. So I know I'm explaining 10 years in 5 minutes, but I just want him, he's gonna go away. That's the whole thing. He's going away. It's not like, oh, this is how it is and I live here and he lives there and this is how it's gonna be. He's gonna be gone soon. And he will be gone. I mean, he doesn't want to be with, he obviously doesn't want to be with me. He doesn't want to have anything to do with the children. He's holding on to the children because it helps him with his girlfriend. Even his girlfriend is asking questions about his stability to neighborhood friends or acquaintances that she's made in the neighborhood. And he doesn't want to be there. And he just doesn't want, I'm trying to explain that it's all going to go away.
Okay.
That's
Dale,
my
you mentioned
thing.
Dale wanting a restraining order against Ken.
Yeah.
How's Dale related?
Dale is where I'm living. It's his house.
Okay.
And he's...
And why did he want a restraining order against Ken?
He's actually, Ken has threatened Dale twice.
Okay.
With his life.
Threatened him with his life?
Yes.
Okay. Through how?
The first incident was, I guess it was in January, and Ken wasn't walking, even though we only live 20 feet away. There was snow, and there was the snow piles were up, and it was dark out because it was 8 o'clock, and the girls were walking home from Ken's house. They had both their car seats, their knapsacks, their boots. They were just carrying all this stuff, walking through the snow, falling down the snow, whatever. And I called up Ken and I said, you could at least walk the children home, or at least carry their stuff, or call me, I'll go pick up all their stuff. They can't be walking it, in the middle of the dark, in the snow and the ice, carrying all this stuff, because the car, you can't even see. The snow was piled up so high when you turn, you can't see anything around the corner. Whatever, so on the phone, I know I'm giving you too many details again, but while I was saying to Ken, I go, let's just not this happen again. And Dale said, you know what a chicken shit. He can't even walk the kids home, right? So whatever. I said, goodbye, Ken, whatever. And the next thing I know, Ken showed up at the door, and he said, is there anybody here who wants to call me a chicken shit to my face? So Dale went up to the door and he goes, yeah. He goes, why would, your kids are walking in the snow. They got wet hair. They're carrying stuff. Cars can't see them. Don't you give a shit if they get hit by a car? I mean, it was all, about his parenting. And I guess they were fighting. I asked them to stop, and I sent the girls upstairs. And I guess Ken and Dale were exchanging words because I was upstairs trying to keep the girls calm. And then Ken said to Dale, you better watch your fucking back. I think there was some other words exchanged that weren't pleasant. And Dale was going to call the police that night, and the girls begged him not to call the police, so he didn't.
Okay.
And then just last week, there was he said the same thing. He called us. It was his night to be with the children. It was Tuesday night, and there was a big important meeting for the co-op, and I guess the girls kept knocking on his door. I sent them over at 4, 4:15, 4:30, 4:45, blah, blah, blah. No answer. And at 6:30, he left. He just walked out of the house. So I guess I couldn't go to the meeting because Dale went to the meeting on my behalf.
Mm-hmm. Because you had the girls.
Because I had the girls. And Dale ran into Ken it was at a rec center, Karen Magnuson Rec Center. He said, like, you know, Lisa's at home, it's your night with the kids, she wants to come to this meeting. Well, you know, the kids have been banging on your door for 2 hours, what's going on? And he said, "I'll go fuck yourself, stay out of my life," kind of thing. And then at 8:30, Ken was coming back from the meeting. He walked up in front of me, and I got Dale's brother-in-law lives with us, Harry. I got him to come. I said to Jonathan, which is his son, I said, "Please come outside so there's an adult here," because he's scary. I don't know when Ken's gonna flip or not. And I guess I finally experienced the first flip, but and he said, he goes, you know, "Tell Dale to stay out of my fucking business." And, you know, it's like, well, Dale, you know, he's damaging my relationship with the children. And I said to him, I go, you know, your children live with Dale. How can he stay out of your business? I go, you choose us to live here. Mm-hmm. You know that whatever, I can't afford to go anywhere else right now. You know, you brought me back on false pretenses of letting me and the children have the home, but I'm stranded. I have nowhere to go. My father actually just on, what's today? Today's Wednesday. Just on Friday had a triple bypass surgery. I can't go live with my parents, nor can I afford. I collect my children's, what's it called? My family maintenance. That's all I get. So I can't just hop on a plane. I don't have first and last. I have no money. You know, Dale's helping me out as a friend. Mm-hmm. So whatever, back to the whole thing. He basically said, he goes, "You're all fucking liars." He goes, "You're a liar, Brooke's a liar, Rachel's a liar." He called all the kids liars. He goes, "I was home the whole time. It's your job to do this, and that you have court papers saying that you need to walk the children over." It's like, I don't have any. You have access to the children. You want to see the children, you come pick the children up at 4. It's not my job to walk them over. There's nothing about that. You're all fucking liars. Whatever. And he said what Dale's doing is very dangerous, and he better he needs to start being more careful, because what he's I don't even remember the words. It's all reported in the report. But so there was the other threat, and then we hummed and hawed about that, and then we called actually a gentleman who was at the meeting saw the confrontation with Ken and Dale, and he's an ex-police officer, not police officer, I think he worked for the police, and he said that I saw, you know, Ken doesn't seem very stable. If you need a statement or anything, here's my card. And we spoke to him the next day, and he said, "I suggest with people like that these things need to be in case something does happen." So then that day Dale called the police, and they just discussed it over the phone, and I guess they just kind of left it a little, because everyone I think seems that this is a domestic. Dale's my boyfriend, and my ex-husband is upset with it. That's what even the police seem to have draw that conclusion. It's like, oh well, though it's not that big of a deal. And it's like, well, that's not the case. The case is Dale is a friend. He's like a brother to me, mm-hmm. and he's given me a home. He treats my children better than their own father. Mm-hmm. So that's I guess this whole thing escalated, and back to the whole. Ken's going. He's going to be gone, mm-hmm. and I'm scared with this. It's going to. Ken likes to fight. This is a battle to him. He's going to do whatever it takes to keep his home, because he does not want me to have it. Not because he loves it there. He admitted to her, he goes, he hates it. He knows everybody's mad at him. Not, he's not a stable. He scares people, mm-hmm. and the co-op cannot ask him to leave. He has done nothing wrong. The only way they can ask him to leave is if he's 2 months in arrears on his housing charges. And that's it. So they're working for me to get me back into my home and to get him out. And I don't know. I don't want anything to mess up. And I feel that I'm here because I want this known, that this has happened to me. Mm-hmm. It's been done. I'm here. And I don't know where to go after that. Do
you have fear though?
of him?
Mhm.
No.
No. What about of him?
I have fear of him. I have fear of pressing charges of him not hurting the kids, but I don't know, maybe doing something stupid. I don't know, taking the kids somewhere and not coming back for a couple days, or I don't know. I mean, right now the girls don't want to see him anyways. They're refusing to go and see him.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel comfortable leaving your girls with him?
I never have.
No.
And since the day they were born, no.
Why not?
Because I don't think he cares. I don't think they're just, they're his possessions. He owns them, but I don't believe there's genuine care for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when I said I was leaving for Ontario, I was like, bye, go,
Mm-hmm.
great. He called the girls. Actually, I had to make the phone calls so the girls could talk to him. There was nothing, and I believe that this is all an act with his taking me to court about access. I go, the children can go to your house 24 hours a day. You live across the street. They say, can I go see Dad? Be back in an hour. It's not his night. I don't care. When it's his night with them, they're not allowed to come and see me.
Mm-hmm.
On the weekends, the girls have to sneak out and say they're going to go play at a girlfriend's house and come see me because their dad will get upset if their time, his time, even 5 minutes of his time is put into me. It's possession. It's not love. I don't know his mind. Maybe he does love them in his own weird way. But I find, for the last 7 years, I've raised them. I've been at home with them. I'm the one who does the school plays. I'm the one who, did like every motherly job plus. And his life is, I work. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my job to help with the kids. It's not my job to pick up medicine. It's not my job to pick up vomit when they're sick. It's not, you're the mom, you do that. And I mean, even now, even with him on Tuesday, I mean, he refused to do homework with them on their Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Won't do homework with them. That's my job. I mean, I feel like I'm in counseling right now. I'm sorry, but there's no, I truly believe that there's no, maybe he, like I said, he loves them in his own way, but I don't think it's a normal, he loves them because they're his,
Mm-hmm.
not because of who they are and the
How
little
do you
people
feel,
that they are.
Like, you're the one who the assault occurred on. How do you feel though after that happened?
Oh, I'm embarrassed. I'm totally embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's taken me, 10 months of counseling to, my family and friends have said that Ken's not right. And I've always defended him. I've defended his actions. I've defended his anger. And it's taken me 10 months to finally come out and say, yeah, he's not right. What he did to me and the way he treated the kids and me is not normal, and no one should have to have that. And it's been explained that, mental abuse is, the only difference between mental abuse and physical abuse is nothing. It doesn't show.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And it's taken me 10 months to admit to things that, whatever. So then, I've felt that I've empowered myself, and Ken can't hurt me anymore, and there's nothing he can say, and he can't yell about or ramble on. It's like, no, that's, if we're not discussing the kids, we have nothing to discuss about. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taken a long time to come to that point, and then, now I got this thing on my face, so, yeah, I'm like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of Ken. And, I'm embarrassed because, like I said, I've put up with this for so long. And I can't explain it.
Okay. Lisa, I'll be right back, okay? And then just gonna ask a couple questions and then I'll be right back.
Okay.
Already there.
Sorry, what's the time?
9:58.
Okay, sorry, I have to pick up my roommate's son soon
Okay.
from school.
What time is that?
Not till 11.
Okay.
Sorry, 11:40.
Okay. So Lisa, just a couple of things that I still want to cover. If we can go back to the incident,
Okay.
the assault that happened, if you can describe that to me in more detail.
I don't know what to say. We exchanged words.
What were the words that were
Well,
said before?
I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of nasty stuff. The words were about him being a man and giving his children his home back. He constantly complains about the living situation that his children are in. And I said, well, then do something about it. He knows I have nowhere else to go. There's nothing else I can do. I go, why don't you just give us our home back? I go, you have a job. Pam has a job. His girlfriend has a job. I just kept going on the situations of the benefits of him leaving. He says he's unhappy there.
Mm-hmm.
He lives with his girlfriend. His girlfriend works. Go be with them and go be with her, be happy, give us the home back, give your children, I know I go, I know you hate me, but it's for the children. I'm the primary caregiver. It's a package deal, and you're putting your kids out because you hate me so much, or because you want the cheap rent, or blah 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 blah. It was just silly stuff about that. he asked me, I said, I go be a fucking man and give the kids their house back. I was loud. I guess I was swearing. I don't remember exactly what I was swearing, but it was all about just leave, just give us our house back, go away, and give us our home.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me, I don't think he asked me, he said, you better go now or something. And I said, no. And then he pushed me, and it was just like on the shoulders push like that. I pushed him back. He didn't fall back, or it wasn't, I mean, it was the same thing. And then he just punched me.
What hand did he punch you with?
I guess it would have been his right hand. I don't know, to be honest with you. I was standing. He was up here. So yeah, it would have been his right hand.
He was up like on...
There's a porch and there's 3 steps, and then I was standing down here, and I guess that's when the pushing, because he asked me to go, and I was on the steps, he pushed me, and then I pushed him back. I went down the stairs. I moved back down the stairs, and then he came down the stairs and he hit me.
So he walked down the stairs
Yeah.
and then punched you? Okay. And what was your reaction?
I was free. I just left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember if I said any. I think I called him an asshole or a fuck, something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of shocked. And I went home right away. I went home, I went up to the bathroom, I washed my face. I didn't want the girls to see me. Dale and Jonathan and Harry were like, is everything okay? I said, no, whatever, what happened? I go, I didn't say anything about the incident at first. I was just kind of in shock. And then I guess they could see my face. My face didn't look like this last night at all. I mean, it was a little puffy, but whatever. And I said, you fucking hit me. And then Dale's like, well, you need to call the police. I go, I can't call the police right now. I don't, I was freaked out. And then this morning he goes, you gotta go. I dropped Jonathan off at school. He's in summer school, and I came here right away.
Okay.
But I don't, okay.
After he punched you, what was his reaction?
I just left. I don't know. I just left. Like I said, I don't even remember if I said anything to him.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't go flying down. It wasn't like,
Mm-hmm.
I've never been hit before
Mm-hmm.
by anybody. I mean, even as a kid, I've never been hit. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just, okay, I don't know. I wasn't, he didn't come after me after that. It was just like, I just turned around and I just went home.
Okay.
And went into the bathroom, and I'm still kind of in shock right now.
Mm-hmm. Lisa, what would you like to see from all of this?
What I want is that this to be known.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm here.
Okay.
That I have said something, the authorities, someone other than a friend knows that this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I don't know what to say. I'm scared of the consequences.
Okay. How would you feel, have you ever thought about like a safe house while this is all being dealt with, or like a transition home where he wouldn't know where you are and where you and your children would be safe? Have you ever thought of that or know of anything like that? Or
No.
would you be interested in getting information, and would you consider it?
I can consider it.
Okay. How would you feel about speaking with someone before you leave today about that? They can just give you options and let you know what it's all about.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. Would you feel comfortable speaking with them right now, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm here.
Okay. So statement concluded at 10:04 hours on July 8th, 2009. Constable Carter 57150. Lisa, I'll just go grab one of our staff members from Victim Services.
Okay.
She's aware of the situation. We've just had her been listening in a little bit on the statement, so she's been filled in. She can speak with you, and then she can talk to you a little bit about some safe houses that we have